We will be dissecting the difference or the differences between the rich and the wealthy. Good morning once again. So in this video, we will be discussing the difference between the rich and the wealthy. Because a lot of times people confuse these two terminologies. They see a rich guy as a wealthy guy and they see a wealthy guy as a rich guy. There's a clear difference. So in this video, we will be dissecting the difference or the differences between the rich and the wealthy. So this is our wealth building masterclasses. Wealth building master class. The difference between the rich and the wealthy. So, reason why I want to make this clear contrast is that in my first video, I discussed how I was a rich guy and then how I transitioned to becoming a wealthy man. Okay? So, let's discuss what it takes to be rich and what it takes to be wealthy. Can I ask you a question? Now, I would, let me ask you this question, please. I want you to answer this question for me. Why do you think a man like Michael Jackson, who did several billions of dollars in ticket selling and concerts and all that, why do you think a man like that will die with a debt of $300 million in dollars?
Poor management.
Okay. Now, I would ask you this question, you. Why would you think that a guy like Michael Tyson, who in all of his career, that man made almost $500 million and bought all the flashiest, beautiful cars, houses, the finest in Miami Beach, everywhere around the world, why do you think a man like that went broke and declared himself bankrupt? What do you think is the reason?
I feel he didn't invest his money wisely or...
Good, I like that. Now, why I ask these questions to my people here is this. If you, our listener, if you, one of our HavVestors, think that you can, through your current business or through your enterprise, your job, even if you're working at with an oil company, if you think you cannot go broke, then it's living a lie. You are, I would say, respectfully speaking, you are living in a lie, or you are living a lie. Let me tell you why. These people I just mentioned, Michael Jackson died with $300 million in debt. He was owing $300 million when he died. Mike Tyson at some point in his life was very, very wealthy, but was very, very rich, not wealthy. He had so much money. He was a very talented athlete and he worked so hard and made so much money, almost $500 million throughout his career. That's like $500 million. And this man lost everything. Why do you think that happened? The simple reason is because these guys were rich and they didn't understand how to transition from being rich to being wealthy. And this is what we are going to discuss in this class today. We want to discuss the differences between the rich and the wealthy. So we are going to start with number one, the mindset. Everything I would be discussing with us over time, we will start with the mindset because the mindset is what powers every single decision and things we do day to day in our daily activities, in everything we do. So the mindset of the rich, let's start with the clear difference number one, mindset. Now, the rich man's mindset is this. Rich, let's put rich here, and let's put wealthy here. The rich man's mindset is, I can always work, earn, and spend. This is a typical rich man's mindset. This guy can be a musician. This guy could be an artist. This guy could be even a businessman. This man could even be a real estate mogul. But the mindset of this guy who is rich, okay? The rich man's mindset is work, earn the money, and spend. And then restart the cycle again and start it all over again. This is the rich man's mindset. The rich man is work and spend. When I was in my 20s, early 20s, even when I was investing in real estate, even when I would buy properties and then later I would sell them for maybe 5 times, 4 times the amount of money I bought them, including the ones I even lost in the process of, I bought fake ones and all that. I lost some of the money. The mindset was, I will put this money here and it will multiply, and then I will use that money to go and buy a house or buy some 2 or 3 cars. And then I would work again, invest, and then make that money, use it to buy something else and spend. This is what the rich do every day. This is the mindset. Let me show you the mindset of the wealthy man or wealthy woman. So, ladies and gentlemen, the wealthy person is, their mindset is work, earn, invest, and this investment will start working. The money they made, the rich man's mindset is this: they worked, they earned money, they invested it, and then they put that money, the investment, to work. And the investment starts working, the investment will work, it will earn, and they will reinvest. This is the wealthy man's mindset. Every money a wealthy man spends, either on a building, on a car, on any single thing, the mindset is that this money I'm spending will bring me more money in returns. They are not spending to just, they are not trying to spend that money. What they are doing is they see it as investment. When I was a rich guy, for instance, I could buy flashy vehicles just to appear flamboyant and sleek looking and all that, and to attract friends and people and all that. But there was a problem. Everything I was doing, I was just spending. I was spending. The mindset was never to invest. Even when I'm investing in real estate or something, I am hoping that this investment will bring in some money, or double itself or triple itself. Then I'll use it to spend on things. Spend on things that don't make me money. Today, I can tell you, and some of my friends will be watching this, and I mean this respectfully because it took me time to learn this. I have a lot of my friends who are rich, and I have a lot of friends who are wealthy. And I am sure that some of them will be watching this down the line. I have friends of mine who buy lots of properties within and outside the nation. Some of those properties are just sitting down there, they are proud that they bought this property. And it's just they're not making any money. And by all means, I honor the fact and I respect them that they were able to work so hard to buy these properties. But that is a rich man's mentality. They buy things, anything they buy, that thing is not for the purpose of working to make more money for them. This is a rich man's mentality. A wealthy man, every naira, every dollar, every cent, every euro, every pound, that's the wealthy man spends. He is spending that money in the hopes or with a strategic plan that this money I am spending right now is an investment that will bring at least some returns. If that rich man is, or if the wealthy man is spending 1,000 naira, he's hoping that 1,000 naira will bring you 1,200 or bring 2,000 or whatever amount. This is the mindset, the difference in mindset between the rich and the wealthy. So now let's talk about how they actually behave, their behaviors around money. Let's talk about the behavioral differences between the rich man or the rich woman and the wealthy man or the wealthy woman. And with this, I will cite something that happened sometime in my life. I bought some properties, and those properties were just sitting fallow. They weren't making me any money. And I could use those properties for something tangible, such as an office space and all that. But I was just languishing and wasting the property. I was a rich man. I'm happy, I'm glad that I have this property standing here and not making any money. But immediately I transitioned from this mindset of the rich to the wealthy. What I did is every single thing, anywhere I have anything, I start converting them to things that make money. And another thing is this. Okay, let's just go straight to their behaviors around money. Okay, how the rich and the wealthy act around money. Okay, number one is this mindset. Number two, the difference in management of money or use of money. Let's say use of money. The rich man or the rich woman, they see money as a source of enjoyment, spending, flexing. When I was a rich person, I would travel to places, travel around the world, different countries, to go and do what? Spend and enjoy my money. I call it my money, but do you know the problem with that? If the difference between a rich man and a wealthy person is that a rich person will work all their lives just to make money. Every day they are working to make money. And once they work to make money, as they are making the money, they are spending it. They buy a brand new Rolls Royce, they buy the latest house somewhere overseas, and those houses are just sitting down there not making any money. The wealthy man will work, earn that money, and put that money to start working. That money will be bringing in more money. And over time, this man will never want to work or will never have to work again to make money. And do you know what happens here? Once you get to the point where you don't have to work to make money, you begin to do only the things you love, only the things that you find interesting, only the things you find attractive to you. You don't work again because of money. For instance, now in my life, previously I came from a tech background. I could code up websites, do a lot of things in sales, marketing, and all those things. Previously, before, maybe if I am broke or down, somebody can just come with a project and tell me, okay, see, Ken, I will pay you 500,000, just do this website for me. Even though I know that website is something that you could do for, like, say, 2 million naira, 1.5 million. Because I needed the money, I'll just say, okay, give me the 500,000, let me just do it. I'll just do the work. But today, I don't enjoy coding up websites. I don't enjoy anything coding. It's not my thing. I know how it's done, but I don't find pleasure doing it. Today, because I have transitioned, I only do the things I love to do. Today, I am teaching because I love teaching. Previously, I never wanted to teach because I saw teachers as broke people. Because I felt all my teachers through my primary school, secondary school, they didn't have money, and even part of the university, they didn't have money. And I didn't want to be like one of them. That was why I wasn't a teacher per se. I didn't just want to do it because I felt money wasn't there. But so fortunately, when I met there are some teachers I've met who are really wealthy. They are consultants in different places and they are doing well. And now, today, I do what I want to do, what I love to do. I can now teach because I've grown from rich to wealthy. I don't have to really work for money again. I'm working right now because I enjoy what I am doing. A lot of things I do today are things I enjoy doing. I don't now work because I want to work, make money and spend. Okay? So now, the use of money. A rich person will use money just to enjoy, or for the purpose of enjoyment. Now, there is nothing wrong with trying to make money and enjoying it. Don't get this wrong. But where you have problems is if you are only working, making the money and enjoying it and starting afresh again. What that means is that you will be rich, you will be a musician, you will be a doctor, a consultant, you will be even a businessman. You can have professions that pay you a lot of money, but all you are doing is make that money, buy lots of things, enjoy, go on expensive vacations, and go back and start working again. You will work all your life because you want to use money just to enjoy or for the purpose of just enjoyment. This is the difference in the way a rich person uses money from a wealthy man. So let me show you how a wealthy man or a wealthy woman uses money. A wealthy man or woman use money to make more money. Or put in a different way, in another way, a wealthy man or a wealthy man or a wealthy woman uses money to multiplies their money. They use money as a tool to make more money. A wealthy man or a wealthy woman makes money their servant who goes out there to hunt more money for them. What this means is this: the rich person, they make money, they earn maybe as a doctor, as a lawyer, as a business person, as a musician. You know, let me give you this story. When I was 20, I see the way musicians spend money. I was praying. I said, how can I get most of these musicians to come to my way so I can show them where to put this money and have money to work for them? It was something it was a sincere desire in my heart to really help these people. But unfortunately, when I was 25, I made so much money and I did exactly what they did. I wanted to enjoy and live life. And when I went broke, that was when my brain reset. I had a reset and I had to switch from rich to wealthy. So this is how the wealthy use money. If you see a wealthy man buying a vehicle, you can see a wealthy man buy one old vehicle or maybe some nice vehicle and use that vehicle for 20 years. Well maintained, well polished. But that man you see using that same vehicle has estates somewhere, has businesses bringing in billions. The only time that man will want to change that vehicle is when, for instance, he now goes for executive functions and now he needs to come in with a fleet of Land Cruisers. He needs to come in with a fleet of Rolls Royce because now he is not using that. The money the vehicles now, they are giving him an image that will attract better deals, more people, position him. It's more of positioning than spending this to enjoy. That same wealthy man, you see him now buy a private jet because he doesn't want to stay at the airport and waiting for hours. And 1 hour of his time is worth like say maybe $1 million. And he's there at the airport wasting it. Now he's trying to save time. Then the wealthy man is buying a private jet. He is buying a fleet of vehicles that will improve his image, get him better business deals. This man, the way a wealthy man or a wealthy woman use money is to make more money. Every 1 naira, every $1, every 1 cent they spend, they expect that money to bring in more money for them. This is the methodology. This is the way a rich person uses money that a wealthy person doesn't. A rich person will use money just for enjoyment. A wealthy person will use money to make more money. So now, let's talk about investment for a wealthy person and a rich person. How rich people and wealthy people use investments. 3. Investments. Now, I want you to understand something. Don't get this wrong. Here we talked about how the rich will spend and start all over again, and the wealthy will invest. I can tell you something. A lot of rich people, they invest too, but they invest wrongly. So we are going to discuss how the rich people run investments. The rich person sees investment as a short-term vehicle that will bring them more money for enjoyment. This is funny, eh? It's funny. Now, a rich person, the way they invest money is they see money as a short-term vehicle that brings more money for spending. This is how a rich person sees investment. They will invest maybe in a real estate project, invest in maybe some agricultural project, but the mind of this man or woman who is rich is, I want this thing to multiply for the next 5 years, and then I'll use it to go and, you see that car I've been eyeing since, that G-Wagon I wanted to buy since. Yesterday I saw you post one nice G-Wagon. You know, that G-Wagon I wanted to buy since, I will invest, and after 5 years I'll use that money to go and buy that G-Wagon. Now, let me show you a clear contrast how the wealthy man invests money. The wealthy person invests in long term. The wealthy person sees investment as a long term vehicle that gives them freedom. Now let's discuss what freedom means here. I think we talked about this a bit previously, but we will discuss this more. So now, a wealthy person sees investments as a long-term vehicle that sets them free. They are investing. A wealthy man, a rich man is seeing this as something they can do for 5 years, or maybe 3 years, or even 10 years, to give them the money they need to buy something that they will enjoy. This man or woman, ladies and gentlemen, is the person who is thinking long term. What they are doing here is, everything I am investing, I am putting this thing as, creating it as a safety nest that will give me freedom to do anything I want to do, whenever I want to do it, at any time I want to do it, and at any location. This is why the rich, the wealthy invest money. As they're investing, a rich man is thinking 5 years, a wealthy man is thinking 30 years, a wealthy man is thinking 40 years, a wealthy man is even thinking 50 years. The person we see in this 21st century as one of the greatest investors of all time, Warren Buffett. Now, if you ask Warren anything about investment, all he will tell you is always think long term. When others are buying, don't sell if you have. When others are selling, don't sell if you have. Hold it. Anything you are buying, buy and keep and forget about it. This is the thought pattern of a wealthy person. There is some other person people don't know much about. Ray Dalio. Ray Dalio is one person who is one of the investment legends of our time, of this 21st century. This is their mindset when it comes to investment. Investment is something that you think at least 30 years. 20, 30 years, barest minimum. And then you think 40, you think 50. You are investing to set yourself free, such that down the line, you will never have to ever worry about, I have to do this thing because I need money. I mean, I've consulted with people around the world, and I've realized that there's a clear contrast between people who are very wealthy and people who are rich. I mean, I've worked with some of the best doctors in the world, celebrity doctors, doctors that help people, all these our top celebrities in the world, give them anti-aging medications that keep them fresh forever. I've worked with some of the best chiropractors around the world when I was building marketing systems, automated systems that help them get customers, clients, patients, and all that. So I can tell you a lot of them, even the very experienced doctors around the world, they are always around this place. All they are doing is make money, use it to buy a yacht, buy this, buy that, and then they keep worrying about it over time. Now, finally, let's discuss the fourth part of what makes a contrast between the rich and the wealthy. Okay, so let's discuss the fourth part of the contrast between the rich and the wealthy in terms of expenses. Number 4, expenses or expenditures. Okay, this is one of my favorite parts when it comes to the clear contrast between the rich and the wealthy. The rich man or the rich woman, they spend most of their money on wants, what they want, not needs. There is a very clear contrast, but people don't realize, between your wants and your needs. For instance, a wealthy man can have maybe one vehicle for himself, one for his wife. Or a wealthy woman can have one vehicle for herself, one for her husband. And this vehicle is a need because it takes them from one place to the other. A rich man will want to buy 10. And 10 will be very expensive. Don't forget, a rich man will buy the 10 that are very expensive from the income, the work he did, his sweat, the music he sang, the skits he made and made him money, buy houses that they don't need. The rich will buy things that they don't need. Usually, most times, the rich, that's where they spend most of their money, things they don't need. The wealthy will spend on things they need. The only time the wealthy person spends money on wants is when their investments have turned up enough returns. Their investment is doing the work, all their investments are producing the money, the cash flow, and then they can now use the money that their investments are making or bringing for them to now buy wants, buy those classy vehicles, buy those private jets and all that. But the rich person will spend on their wants. If for instance, they know that they can do with just one car, right? They can do with just one Toyota Camry. They can do with one SUV, but they want to buy 5. Those remaining 4, they are wants. They want this thing. They are not needful. The most important thing is that one vehicle that takes them around, goes to places and all that. This rich man will buy lots of things they don't need. The wealthy will never buy. The difference is that the wealthy man will never buy these things until his investments or her investments have produced enough resources for them to buy other things that they want. The wealthy person will never buy all these wants from their own sweat, from that money that the job brought for them, from the money that business brought for them. As long as that thing is not needful for them to grow, to make more money, they will never buy it. The only time they will buy it is when their investments the cash flow from their investments or the profits from their investments can buy this want for them. This is a clear contrast. I see a lot of people making these mistakes, and it bothers me a lot because I have seen musicians, I have seen, even in Nigeria here, we see Nollywood actors, very renowned people who were once very rich, and then that person is down with some illness or some problem. They are not able to have money to solve that problem. They start resorting to the public to help them raise funds for this and that. It's because of this problem. Usually they are spending on their wants, buying houses abroad, and now when you want to sell those houses, you have to sell it for a portion of what you bought it for. You can't even sell it for that exact amount. So they keep wasting a lot of things on wants, wasting their hard-earned money. And this money they use to buy things that they want, the extra 4 cars, the extra 2-3 cars, is usually the money they worked hard for. It's their sweat. So the rich man will buy stuff with his or her sweat, and the wealthy person will let their investments buy the things they want for them. This is a clear contrast. Let me repeat. Finally, let's make a quick recap. The difference between a rich person and a wealthy person in terms of mindset is that the rich person will work, earn, and spend, and restart that cycle again. Go and punch, work, box, wrestle, make money, sing music, sell a lot of albums, make money, and then they spend all that. A wealthy person will work, earn, and put that money they made to work for them and bring in more money. And they are building. That's why it's called wealth building. They are building. More money is coming in, they are building. And same thing with the use of money. They just use it for just enjoyment and pleasure. This person use their money to make more money. But then investments, this person is thinking short term, just to make money that will enable them to live more lifestyle, show people, I've arrived, I'm a big man, I'm rich. But this wealthy person is thinking long term. And finally, in terms of expenses, the rich person will usually spend money that they earn, their hard-earned sweat, on the things they want. The extra 2 cars, the extra 3 cars, the extra house, and all that. But the wealthy person you even see a wealthy person living in a rented apartment while they've bought duplexes where they rented out and people are paying them money. This is the core difference between the rich and the wealthy. And my purpose, my assignment is over time to help you transition from being a rich person to a wealthy person. Thank you very much and have a good one.